Hey guys, Nick here from Hunt Fish Shoot Channel. Today I'm going to be talking to you about the Tethrd Skeletor two-step climbing stick. Just to give you a little bit of background on my experience with run and gun hunting, I've been running an XOP Vanish for the last 5 years probably, and it's just starting to wear me down a little bit on my longer public land hunts where I'm packing in, packing out every day. So this year is the first year that I really was in a position to switch over to a saddle. So I did switch over to the Tethrd Phantom saddle setup, and I needed some sticks. I was running XOP sticks. I forget the name of them. They're square bodied. They came as a 3-step stick and I cut them down to 2 because the 3-step sticks for people who aren't tall tend to be a little bit cumbersome to carry. And honestly, when I hunt public land or just hunt in general, I'm not going for extra height. I'm really going for, getting right above that first level of cover to stay concealed. So 2 steps is the way to go for me. I'm 5'8". That's just kind of how I've always hunted, is getting up 12 feet, 14 feet tops in these trees, and I find it helps me hide a lot better. So that's where these come in. I am an absolute 100% budget hunter. I can't go out and just buy the new craze, try them out, and then try to get rid of them or whatever. I can't do that. I don't have the cash flow in my hunting budget to do that. So I started looking around. I looked at the Tethrd 1 stick. They look great. By all means, get them if you can. But they just really weren't in my price range. So why Skeletors? The thing that really drew me to the Skeletors right off the rip was the price point. Right around $225 is how much these end up costing MSRP. That's pretty much unheard of for a very light climbing stick nowadays. Typically you're in the 300 plus range for a lot of sets of sticks, especially with 4 sticks. So when you buy the Tethrd Skeletors, you get 4 20-inch sticks. As you can see, they're 2-steppers and they have fold-out steps. In total, this full setup, 4 full sticks, comes to right around 8 pounds. That's probably half of what my XOP sticks weighed by themselves. Each stick, including all the accessories that come with it, right around 1.5 pounds. So, I mean, if you can go out and find another one on the market for this price that comes in at 1.5 pounds per stick, please tell me. I mean, we can talk about that at some point. But I don't see myself switching from these Skeletors anytime soon. I really have enjoyed using these so far. I haven't applied them during season yet. This will be my first fall with them. So I can't really speak to how they run in the woods in the fall, in the dark. There's a lot of different situations in the cold. Haven't had any experience with it, but I can just tell you that messing around in the yard, practicing in the yard, as you can see, I have plenty of different varieties of trees here to work on my climbing process. These have been absolutely great. So with that, I'll give you my first impressions. And I'm comparing these a lot to my previous sticks because that's my only real experience with the previous XOP sticks. So these Tethrd sticks have great bite. These teeth on here are very abrasive, very aggressive, and they've dug into even the smooth bark trees I have here. This property has some sycamore trees. I tried it the other day, and a sycamore tree had no issue with slippage or torquing or anything like that. So I'm very happy with the teeth on these. Next, I'll talk about the stick shape. These sticks have a pretty unique shape where the steps, when they are folded out, actually angle away from the trunk of the tree, giving you that nice angle of clearance for your boots whenever you're climbing the tree. I haven't seen that in another set of sticks. Now, I'm not very well versed in all the sticks on the market, but these ones are very comfortable to climb in. Whether you're just using one step out at a time, or if you just flip both steps out, you can safely and comfortably put both boots on these sticks without any issue because of that V shape. The next thing I'll talk about something that is absolutely brand new to me is the Dynalite rope system. It's an Amsteel rope, something I've only briefly experienced with one of my aiders that I had on my previous setup. But this is the same weight aider as my aider. And it comes with about 8.5 feet of rope, so you get plenty of rope to go around just about any tree you'd be able to climb. I was a little bit uncertain about the figure 8 method they have here on the buckle here. It's so solid. I don't know, I've jumped up and down on it. As long as you're pretty good wrapped around a tree, wrap around right about buckle height or a little bit higher, and you let that stick seat down in there after you've done your figure 8, this thing's not going anywhere. So something new to this product this year is the rope containment system. There's a button down here on the bottom portion of the stick. It's just a knob basically, and you can store this Dynalite rope very easily just by wrapping it around multiple times. And then to finish, you just give it one or two wraps around your figure 8 on the button here, and your rope's not going anywhere. It just keeps everything nice and tidy while you're not climbing. And it's also very quick and easy to unwrap whenever you're ready to go up. So now to talk about the stacking. This is probably my least favorite part of these sticks, and while I will find a way to make it work, the stacking method here using the stick lock system, it has a series of these orange buttons on it, or orange pegs. They more or less stack friction fit into the frame of your teeth here. So I don't really care for that so far, and it might just be because they're not broken in yet, but they tend to be kind of difficult to put together and to take apart also. And I've found that whenever I try to separate these, there's usually some sort of clang or metallic noise that happens, and I just banged up my thumb doing that. So I'm not a huge fan of it so far. I did attempt to sand these down a little bit to hopefully make the friction a little bit less so I can get these sticks apart a little bit easier. But we'll see how they run this season. I might end up just removing the orange pegs and just using some kind of cable or something to tie them together and keep them nice and snug together. And that might just solve my problem. Really, the stacking is not that big of a deal. The way that everything fits on my pack, even with just a cable tie, I could keep everything nice and snug. So not that worried about it, but I see the idea, and when they are together, they're very secure, and I do like that about it. But the practicality of it, especially considering you're going to be taking this down and putting it up in the dark or in inclement weather, it's kind of a challenge. I mean, I'm just standing here trying to do it right now, and I'm kind of struggling. You don't have a whole lot of room for error too if the holes are not lined up perfectly with the pegs, and it makes it kind of difficult. So these sticks are 18 inches between steps. For me, I'm like a smaller guy, 5'8", so these are perfect for me, very comfortable. I'm sure they'd be comfortable for people smaller than me and for bigger than me. So I know Corinne has been on this stick a couple times so far. She's had no issue with the distance between the steps, and she's quite a bit shorter than me. So overall, stick length is right around 20 inches, and then total length, whenever they're stacked, 27 inches. So you're really not adding a huge footprint to your pack setup. Great for run and gun hunting. Things I might do to improve this before season, probably stealth stripping. I could see how that would be really helpful. It's a lot of metal on metal, which creates some clanging and some other noises that may alert deer to your presence. But I think that'd be pretty easy to fix with some stealth strips. Already kind of learning where the contact points are and where the noises are coming from whenever I'm operating these. And yeah, it'd be pretty easy to silence these, I would say. So not a huge critique there, negative critique. Obviously with any kind of metal, machine metal, you're gonna have some clanging happening. So not overly worried about that. So key takeaways for these sticks: price point is huge, $225. Very, very affordable for a 4-stick set. Everything you need comes with it. You don't have to buy anything separately. It's all ready to go as soon as you get home. You just assemble it, easy assembly, and you're ready to start climbing. The weight, another big big draw for me to this. 8 pounds total setup weight, right around 1.5 pounds or a little bit more per stick. For those of you who are anything like me and you ran some of the OG climbing sticks, like my old XOP sticks, this is a huge improvement. So I'm going to be way more comfortable running these this year than I ever have been running any run and gun set. These sticks don't come with any cumbersome cables, buckles, anything that's going to make a lot of noise other than the stick itself. I think that's going to be key to getting in tight to bedding. Public land deer that are high pressure deer, they're going to notice that metallic click sound of a buckle hitting the frame of your stick. You're not going to have that. This Dynalite rope is so light and it's so easy to use, and it's just as solid as a strap on your traditional climbing stick. And the last thing I'll circle back to is this rope containment system. The way that these ropes store on this stick is so low profile, it's so quick and easy. I could definitely see myself getting this in and out of a tree very easily in the dark. And that was a huge problem with my previous setup, was what do you do with the straps when you're not going up and down the tree? I tried multiple methods. I tried taking them off completely and storing them in my pack so they weren't catching on things while I was in transit. I tried wrapping them around the whole setup as a whole while it was stacked. And then you get to the tree and everything's tangled and it's a big mess and it causes more trouble. So this rope containment system is going to be a definite game changer along with the Dynalite rope. But as many of you know, there's a lot of gimmicks out there on the market. There's a lot of fads. These aren't that. This is actually a piece of equipment that for the budget hunter, or even the people that aren't budget hunters, this will change your success. This is something that will make you more comfortable, more successful. It will add days to your season. When you're out there, you're tired from carrying all that gear, all that heavy gear into the woods every day, day in, day out. This will allow you those extra days it might take to be successful, because you're not going to be wore out. You're not going to be tired of setting your sticks up and down in a tree if you have to take them out with you every day. These are going to be a game changer this fall, and I'm probably going to end up doing another follow-up with them, just a quick video after I've run them for at least half the season, just to kind of circle back and hit some of these topics that I can't confidently speak on because I haven't run them during the season yet. But first impressions of these, they're awesome. They're going to be a game changer for me, and I would recommend these to anybody, whether you're a budget hunter or not, getting into the woods, whether you're new or not to the whole run and gun hunting. These are very good option going forward. If you have any questions about these, feel free to drop them in the comments, reach out to us on social media. Look, going forward, we're getting closer and closer to deer season. Corinne and I have been really getting our equipment dialed in. As we mentioned before, switching to saddles this year, so there's a lot of practice and preparation that's going into our prep this year as compared to previous years. Corinne, this is her first year with the saddle as well. She went with the Tethrd Phantom. So we're gonna have a video coming up on the Tethrd Phantom and how it feels for her as a female, and whether she recommends it or not for other females attempting to get into saddle hunting as well. So stay tuned to the channel. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button for us. We really appreciate all your support. Hit that like button and share this video for us. We appreciate y'all. We'll see you next video.